Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. It is Sunday the 19th of May 2024. Today I'm looking at a 3D printed upper torso, fat stroke muscular fat torso. Got two of these over there. One unfortunately has got a broken shoulder joint, but that's not that difficult to sort out, so not too worried about that. So let's get a close look at this here. Pretty better without that light. There we go. It's nice looking. There are some, not the best fit here and whatnot, but you know what? To get a nice custom figure, I think that's pretty cool. Now, if you like the sort of thing, unfortunately, the seller doesn't ship internationally. I did ask him, which is a shame. And if you like sort of content, please consider joining the Patreon. Link in the top right of your screen now. You get to see all the videos before they're published on YouTube, exclusive content from time to time, and prize draws from time to time too. Okay, so if we have a closer look here, we can see that it's not a barbell neck peg, it's just the ball. So you're not going to have exactly the same articulations as other figures. You could fix that. You could cut off that ball, hollow out into the neck, insert a barbell, put a little bit of PVA glue around the top to give it some friction, but not to glue the barbell in place, and then you can sort that out if you wanted to. But it's a lot of work, and you risk breaking, you risk doing quite a bit of damage to your custom figure you've got here. Okay, let's have a look at its articulation. Then afterwards we'll look at how it's compatible, what sort of figures it's compatible with. So shoulders, they do turn all around. This is where the other one broke, so I want to be a bit careful. There we go, all the way around. Outwards, you can see we're getting 90, which is pretty good. Biceps is surprisingly good. They've got a nice cutaway on the biceps, so check that out. Well over 90 degrees. That is fantastic. This is really well designed for that. But you do get an ugly elbow joint there. You then got the trunk, which is a small forwards and pretty good backwards. Side to side is okay, and you can turn, which is pretty good. See, there's a waist hole there, but that's going to be... You have to do some work on that to make it fit some other action figure lines. And we'll look at heads and what fit on this in a second as well. Pretty cool. I do like that. So let's look at what sort of heads fit on this, shall we? Let me see. What shall I use first? I think I'll go with a Boss Fight Studios first. So this is a Sigurd the Wanderer, or in my university now Sigurd the Survivor. Quite a deep neck well, and it looks to be similar size, but will it clip? It's not quite clipping on. I think, well, I can't go much further than that, but a bit of work with some PVA glue. I'll put a link in the top right on how I can do that, and that would fit. If I use a Marvel, bear in mind the Marvel ones drastically differ depending on the figure. This is the guy from Iron Man 2, forgotten his name. Yeah, not really a good fit with his one. If I use Annex 2179, hers is going to be, there we go, she actually clicks on. And can get a sort of forwards backwards, it can get a turn but no side to side. If I use a Marauder Task Force, this is Valkyrie, I've got the men available at the moment. Doesn't clip on. And somewhere, here we go. Here's the Joy Toy, the zombie, the fat one. We can look at that body later. That clips. So it's a good sign that maybe a lot of the Joy Toy heads will clip onto this. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's look at compatibility with bodies. This will be a little bit more difficult to do, I think, perhaps. First, I'll look at a Planet Green Valley. Got one of the robots here. If I just pull him apart, there we go. So with this robot, the well's too deep, the hole's too big. So it will sit on, but it won't clip or anything. I think none of them will clip. You'd have to use glue or something. Okay. Next up, let's look at a Acid Rainbow. This is the soil, one of the soil ghosts here. The Acid Rainbow are standard fitting, so it should be the same. Again, the hole is big, but it's not deep enough, so he's sitting a bit high. You'd have to make that slightly deeper for it to work. But there is potential there, we can see. Sorry about that, I have to stop and start the video. Let's look at Marauder, again as the female. I haven't got any males here. Again, it's a bit funny, but the hole's too big and not deep enough. It needs to be slightly deeper, and then you could PVA glue that. What I would probably be doing in the future is not making that hole bigger, but making the inside slightly wider and maybe a little bit deeper. Then I'd PVA glue around that hole to get a nice fit, let it dry, then insert the peg or insert it onto the waist. That's pretty decent. I quite like that. Shame that other one broke, but that's not a difficult fix, and the seller said they'll send me another joint when I next do a purchase. Now if we compare to the other big fat boy, and that's the Joy Toy Zombie, which is, I've seen some people do some really good customs with him. Very different. Look at the size, like it's two different lines. This guy is a giant. Looks like they're not comparable, but actually they do compare quite well for the same scale if you've got legs on this guy. Remember, this guy here is a big, big boy. So if I was to stand up let's use my Nerino Sentinel of Acid Rain World. You see that this zombie is a large lad. And this body would sit nicely on the Acid Rain World. Just makes you realise how big that zombie guy is in terms of height and girth and everything else. Good purchase. Glad I got two of them. Shame one broke, but I can fix that quite easily. It's got to drill out the joint from the shoulder, get a new joint insert, and Bob's your uncle. Shame just painting the joints. I don't like getting the joint rub, but it's pretty cool. Okay, this is Awesome Match Toys signing out. So please like, share, subscribe. Check out the Patreon. I'll see you next video soon. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye bye.